2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. For Philadelphia, they won their last matchup, that game against the Heat in Miami. They're in a little bit of a skid now. There's no other way to put it. Whatever momentum they may have had early in the season has gone away here as we've reached the midway point. And coming out of the All-Star break, most players have gotten a chance to rest up a little bit. Shaq, you rarely got a chance to feel what that's like.
You know, if you're playing in the All-Star game, your body does not get to rest. But you shouldn't complain. The fans voted you in. It's a moment that will never come again to some of these players. Enjoy it. But mentally, you do get a break from having to go out and win key games.
Yeah, on one hand, rest does help. I would say that. But on the other hand, you definitely, as a team and as an individual, have to get back into a rhythm. So starting strong after the All-Star break was always crucial for the teams that I played on, and especially for those bubble teams.
Almost game time. Let's get you down to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Last game for the Hawks, it was a loss to the Celtics. And that does your confidence guys no favor. They got manhandled in that one. It wasn't pretty.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots. And in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting... Five on the floor. Taking a look at the 76ers. John Lewis out there with Grant. Then there's Okafor. Then there's Ish Smith. On defense, the Hawks. It's a three-point game. Back to Grant. Shoots it. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. Here's Schroeder. He averages about 5 points a game. There's a good screen. Deep two from Anderson. Anderson can't get that one to fall. 76ers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
I was able to catch up with the head coach of the 76ers. He talked about the impact that Al Horford can have on a game and how they'll have their work cut out for them dealing with him. He said Horford's just a complete ball player. He does all the things you want from a big man. He can shoot, handle, and pass. He's always a tough matchup, but it starts with matching his energy level. Kevin will see if they have what it takes.
Thank you, Doris.
3 misses to start the game, still trying to break the seal on that hoop.
Philadelphia moving the ball around. Offensive rebound. Here's Okafor. Off with the layup.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Toroman. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Left side Anderson. Okafor with the steal. 3 on 3. The 9-foot shot. Got a hand on it. Shot is good off the back rim and in. The Hawks have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Outside Millsap. This is to Anderson. And he's good on the 3-ball. Anderson's got his first 3 points of the game.
There they go, finally able to drop one in on their 4th try.
They set the pick. Smith the pass to Lue. Paul Millsap with the rebound.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
Lets it go from deep. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field.
The shots aren't dropping yet. They've missed 4 of their first 5 shots.
Millsap grabs the miss. The Hawks trail by 6. And here's Anderson for 3. And the basket good. Anderson's got his second bucket of the night.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
The drive by Smith. He kicks to Okafor. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as.
The 76ers leading by 8. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Anderson. And it's Cephalosha in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Grant outside. Goes up on the wing. And good. As it just snugs right down through the net. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Anderson outside. Embiid with the steal. Smith kicks to Okafor. Unloads from 13. Can't get it to go. And it's the Hawks. Taking it the other way. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia, where they were able to handle the 76ers.
Yeah, they really squeaked out a close one in that last matchup. Came down to just a few turnovers that gave them the margin of victory.
Well, composure, execution, efficiency in a tight ball game is typically what's going to determine the winner.
On the money with the open jumper. Okafor's got 9 points.
You got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboards.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Atlanta again missing. The 76ers leading by 12. Now the dish to Grant. From outside the arc. Rebound by the Hawks. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. The 3 from Anderson.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Grant kicks to Embiid. Down low, here's Okafor, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Here's Toroman. Offline with his 3.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Celtics stepped up to deliver. He had 9 points and added 3 rebounds as well. It was a great contribution from someone who is considered a bit more of a role player on his team.
And Thank you so much. He couldn't have been much better in that game, could he, G.A.?
Not at all. He was great. I mean, that's for sure. If he wasn't at his best, he was awfully close.
Guys, he came to compete and win. Let's hope he's got that same attitude, that same energy, that same swag here tonight.
And the pass to Smith. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Grant. It's good. The assist. That time from Smith. Grant's got the lead up to 14 now for Philadelphia.
Atlanta timeout. Okay, Atlanta, let's keep it going for your very own Atlanta Hawks cheerleaders.
On the floor. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. 76ers on top, leading by 5. And will return shortly. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Okafor. He has 11 points, and he's also got 1 block to add to the mix today.
Yeah, and that's just a small part of what we've seen, but it's been a solid contribution defensively.
And so in the game for the 76ers, they've got John Lure. He's out there with Grant. Okafor out there with Smith. In the corner, Cephalosha with it. Back to Anderson. Up and in on the layup. Anderson's got 10 points.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
Now here is Smith. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Here's to Roman. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 4 assists now tonight.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him. You know, they've built their lead here by doing all the little things well.
And one of those little things, Clark, has been rebounding. They've come out and taken complete control of that glass.
Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for him.
Anderson can't get that one to fall.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
They set the pick, and it's Smith penetrating. Grant gets a wide open look. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
And Anderson slams it in.
Sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut.